Alright, what's up everybody, it's Reclaimer, and welcome back to another viewer review. Today, we are reviewing yet another Plaza Team Slayer, but this time from Pandehs, who is a active member of my Twitch chat, comments section, and Discord. Pretty cool guy who I've had the privilege of talking to a few times. But yeah, he's playing with some other members of my Discord in here as well, Austriana and Classy. So we're going to be taking a look at his Plaza Slayer game today. I know we took a look at a Plaza Slayer game last time, but unlike my Arena Tips series, which I tried to focus on, do like one episode for every single game type, I'm going to be taking a look at different, the same game types more than once, because each game should be played differently. Obviously, games are played differently at different ranks and tiers and stuff. And so last time we took a look at an Onyx one. I think this one is ranked a little bit lower. And also, he was playing in at least a team of 3 because I recognize 2 of the other names. So we're going to be taking a look at his Plaza Team Slayer today. So one of the big things that we focused on last time was the breakout, and where Chaotix, I believe his name was, went off the start. So it looks like Pandehs is going to be making his way towards the sniper. Does the nifty little jump off of the light post to get to nest. That's a pretty good move right off the rip, and then catches a guy one shot right here. Picks up the sniper. That was a really good. I know that seems like a small thing. Let me just back it up a little bit. I don't want to take as long as I did last time to point out certain things, but I do want to point this out because this was pretty good sort of instinct right off the bat from him right here. So this is sort of a small thing, but if I go and fast forward here, theater is such AIDS, man. All right, here we go. Take a look at this right here. This guy's not looking at him, and so he takes the opportunity to push up and gets him one shot. I don't know what's going on with his skin right now, but gets this guy one shot, and you'll see picks up the sniper. Or no, he hesitates for a second, so he waits to see. A lot of times people, doesn't matter what rank it's at, will try to re-peek to sort of catch the other player off guard, and so Pandehs right here pauses and waits a second for the guy to challenge before he picks up the sniper, because he doesn't want to get caught off guard and risk dying with that sniper. So a really good play right off the bat there. Unfortunately, you get caught and double teamed, and they just played that pinch pretty well. I don't really think there's any way that you could have done that better. I think you had a teammate there who didn't really check or somehow got caught off guard, and you guys ended up getting double pushed. So this is a good job to walk here so that they don't know you're here. Sneak up on the sniper guy. A little bit sloppy, but you end up killing him and then end up dying. Probably a good rule of thumb is obviously whenever somebody's not looking at you, to try to put a nade under them and then shoot them so that you can kill them super fast, or to go for the 3-shot beatdown, obviously if you have your Magnum, to kill them as quick as they can, because that guy, you didn't really kill him as fast as you could have, and because of that, he got a melee on you, which made you one shot, and then you were able to just die. I don't really like this push right here. You're a little bit over aggressive. You kind of just flew out to the center of the map, and now you're just kind of, you get hit with a nade, and you were kind of stuck there for a little bit. Didn't really do anything to help your team, and then peeked out when you were 2 dead, and just ended up giving up a free death here. So if we go back to your point of view, where the fuck are you? All right, so yeah, right here you spawned in a 3-on-4. What the fuck? Dude, theater sucks. Alright. Right here, yeah, you die because of that. And then if we take a look at the spawn right here, you kind of just flew out here without a plan. It's a 2v2 right now, and you're kind of just flying mid-map. I know. Alright, so you know that these guys are posters, but you get shot, and so yeah, you probably should have played that a little bit smarter. You flew out here, and now you're forced to hide here. They know where you are, and so you're basically a non-factor here. You get naded, and now you're one shot, and so your teammates are just at the mercy of the enemy's number advantage right here, because you're basically a non-factor. You can't do anything because you're one shot, and you're stuck in a really awkward position. One of your teammates dies, 2 of your teammates die, and now you're forced to challenge in a super unadvantageous position, and you just get triple teamed and die easily. So I probably should have taken it a bit slower there, and tried to work with your teammates rather than just sort of flying out into the middle of the map. But it looks like your other teammates are sort of doing the same thing and just sort of running out there without really a plan, which is, sometimes you can go 1 for 1, and sometimes you can even win that way, depending on the game. And if you just sort of, we call them big dicking the other team, where you just sort of, where you go and you just win all your gunfights. But if, unfortunately, that strategy doesn't really work if the other team's working together. So this right here, you're tunnel visioning this guy pretty hard. You probably should have just backed off once you got naded, because you ended up just sort of sitting there and waiting to die. And so now your team's down 6-17, which is a pretty hefty lead for the other team this early in the game. But The overshield's coming up right here. You're actually, alright, so you're a man down, and they're in perfect position to get the overshield, which is not good for you guys. So they're probably going to come down with this. And it looks like, yeah, they're going to get the overshield. So your number one goal should be to try to back off and put as much damage on this OS guy as possible. You somehow come down with a kill. You might have heard a one-shot call out there. And then your number one goal should be, like I said, to back down and put as much damage on this OS guy as possible. Probably should... What? Okay, I was really confused as to how he did not kill you faster, but probably should have put a few more shots on him instead of doing that sort of ground pound hover thing, because most likely in that situation, when you're in a one-on-one against the overshield guy, he's got way more health than you do, so you're probably going to die. So right now you're the first one coming off spawn, you grab combo, and you're making your way into blue. All this is pretty good. The new sniper's coming up, so they're probably all going to be over that side. Don't need to waste too much time or take too much damage cross-mapping here. Cross-mapping is almost never useful, especially in HCS settings with magnums, because most of the time you're just wasting time. You're doing very little damage, and you're even sometimes taking a lot of damage. And you know, it makes it easier for you to get collapsed on, and just basically waste time, and you don't really do anything to help your team. Right there, you just sort of... You should have hidden and gotten your shields. You just sort of jumped out top blue. Or you didn't jump out, but you peeked top blue when you knew that there were probably going to be people all over nest because the sniper just came up and you've already seen them over there. And so you ended up dying pretty easily. That's a really good bang nade right there. But then you jump right into it. So that was the start of a good push. You team shotted one guy, and so you had a 4-on-3 advantage. But then you threw a nade and then basically sat on it. Right here, you were gifted with a spawn, so you should come down with a kill on the sniper guy, or at least try to force a challenge. Unfortunately, whoever had the sniper right there, empathy for Prez, made a really good play and just hit a good shot on your teammate. So that is really unfortunate for you, and now your teammate over here looks like he spawned there and just got double teamed, which is unfortunate for him. So you probably shouldn't be pushing this right here. Your teammate, who's blue truck, is probably going to die. And now you've put yourself, if you look at what you've done right here, you basically push to the bottom of blue ramp, and overshield's coming up again, by the way, soon. So you need to really take height advantage and try to stay alive and even bait it if you can. But your teammate blue truck was probably going to die the whole time, and then you pushed to the bottom of the blue ramp and then got shot from top yellow. And now basically you're in a super vulnerable position, and either you're going to sit here and do nothing and waste a bunch of time, or you're just going to die. So probably shouldn't have made that push. And now your teammate goes 2 dead with the next overshield coming up. And you're basically all screwed because they're going to end up getting this overshield. Put some good damage down on this guy. You're managing to distract like 3 people here, which is kind of crazy. And you get an assist. You might actually come down with this overshield. I'm not sure what the red team is doing. Somehow, guy on the other team gets a double kill, but you guys come down with a couple kills. Good job to turn around. And he doesn't know where you are. That was a really good challenge. That was a really good play. I was kind of hoping that you weren't going to get ninja'd right there. It looked a little funky from my perspective. So 2-on-2, you guys should be able to take nest. You guys should be able to hold this setup for a little bit. Teammates have gotten a couple kills. And now you have a sniper, which is good. Nice shot. You guys basically need to hold this down, keep taking new angles, try not to die, and you guys should be good to go on a little bit of a run here because you've gotten, what, 4 or 5 unanswered kills at this point. I think a guy's sneaking bottom lift. See how you get out of this one. Might have some teammate support. I don't know. You're kind of tunnel visioning these guys loop. I don't know what the kid behind you was doing or where he went, but I really thought you were going to get shot in the back there for a minute. I don't really know what happened. I mean, this is good intuition from you. Like I said, you're making sure nobody's behind you, but after you check and you're pretty sure, you should probably start taking angles again. I mean, good shot, but you could have been in a position much longer to help your teammates out with these other guys that are down here. But overall, that's pretty good stuff. There's not too much wrong with that. Need to help your teammate here. Clutch headshot. That was really good. And now you're looking for other people in blue. I don't know if you saw that guy. I think you did. So that's a good angle to pre-aim. You're holding your reticle in between the two things, which is good. You got a little bit tunnel vision with that guy, though. The guy was able to just sneak up on you. So I guess the moral of the story there would be, I mean, you were taking good angles. You were pre-aiming the right spot. You sort of hovered in between the two, like the top blue window and the top of the blue ramp, because you knew he was going to come out either side. You held the right angles, but you got a little bit too tunnel visioned and waited a little bit too long, and somebody was able to sneak up on you. So I guess moral of the story there would be aware of where you can get shot from and where your teammates are at, because unfortunately you got snuck up on, and then you killed your teammate, which is a little bit unlucky. You know there's a guy milking in that corner. Okay, so that guy was able to die. You have the sniper. You're only done by 8 kills here, so this is good. You need to be super cautious about that guy bottom left. That guy's bottom left is still there, and you're kind of shooting this guy top middle. I mean, you get the kill, and you haven't died. I'm really confused about this. What this guy bottom left is doing, and this has happened twice now. You're just over here putting shots down on these guys in blue, and this guy bottom left has not done anything. Is he still there? That guy bottom left was there the entire time. Oh, nice shot. Damn. But I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. That guy was bottom left for a solid 20 seconds and just never challenged you. And you guys knew he was there because you shot at him and just never killed him. So this is probably a pretty bad challenge. You guys are all going to die here. Yeah. You guys all just huddled into the same spot. So moral of the story right there. Let's back that up. So right here, you're taking shots, right? This guy, oh shit. You're taking shots right here, and you're just shooting these guys on blue. What you need to do is pay attention to your kill feed, because this guy over here, bottom left, has been sitting here the entire time. He has his shields, and he's in a position to do some real damage. And he ends up doing, because he kills you, and then you guys lose the sniper and the nest, which is the advantageous side of the map. And so pay attention to the kill feed. Make sure you know who you're looking for and who's alive, because you guys never killed that bottom left kid, and it ended up screwing you, and you ended up losing the good setup. So we go back, you end up dying. You had a really nice snapshot, which is really good to, if you're going to die, you always want to try to take one with you and put as much damage down as possible. But then right here, there are a number of different things you could have done. So you have 2 teammates that are pushing the nest ramp. This guy has a little bit of a shield left, and you're pushing this, but they have combo here, and they're basically set up, and they have different angles. What you could do right here is, so you have a teammate going bottom left to watch for stragglers or people that could shoot your teammates in the back, which is good. What you do right here is you could go S4, you could go top center, you could even go top yellow and put shots on the people going benches. You could take a bunch of different angles and basically work what we call a pinch, where you sort of collapse on the other team from multiple different angles and try to put as much damage down as possible, because if you take different angles, it's much easier to get kills without getting shot and do as much damage as possible while taking the least amount of damage. But so I think it's definitely the wrong play to sword nest ramp here, because you're standing in the same spot of all your teammates, so you're not gonna, basically, if somebody throws a really good nade, which is what ends up happening here, basically all it takes to kill your entire team is to just throw nades at that one spot, which is not good, because if you had taken different angles, if one had gone bottom left, one had gone nest ramp, one had gone like S4, and then one had gone like top center, they wouldn't have been able to just nade you and kill you super easily, because you had taken so many different angles. You want to make it as hard as possible for the other team to kill you while trying to get as many kills as possible. So that's sort of the part of Slayer that you don't really see at lower tiers. It's not team deathmatch, right? It's not just get as many kills as possible until you get to 50 kills. It's a big part of Slayer, and especially HCS Slayer, is playing your life, playing smart, working situations to your advantage, and not dying. Staying alive is super important no matter what game type it is, but in Slayer especially, when your deaths are very limited. So, and we talk about it because if you look at, alright, so it's 40 to 45 right now. If you look at it, you have 11 deaths, your teammate has 11 deaths, other teammate has 14 deaths and 9 deaths. Everybody is allowed, I think Strongside said it was 12 deaths maximum for any of your teammates. And so you're entering this hectic part of the game where you've given up a few unnecessary deaths and then a few ones that you couldn't really control. Obviously, deaths are always going to happen, and deaths that you can't prevent. You're going to get spawn killed, you're going to get collapsed on, the other team's going to make a good play, something like that. And so you can't always prevent deaths, but you want to do your best to prevent bad deaths, because I've already seen 3 or 4 not so great deaths out of you and your teammates. And because of that, you are losing 40 to 45 or 39 to 45. And so if you cut those out, then this game is much, much closer and potentially in your guys' favor. And so you don't want to give up stupid deaths, because obviously they're super limited, like I've been saying. So just be a little bit smarter about the challenges that you take and the deaths that you do give up, because it definitely takes a toll, as you guys can see. And so right here, you really need to stay alive, because you're down 46 to 40. And this is a very important part of the game. There shouldn't be an overshield or a sniper for the next minute, really. You just gotta live and get some kills. That guy made a pretty dumb push. You were able to clean him up. This is good. Bad target selection right there. Good job getting that kill, but right there was a guy one shot right in front of you, and you chose to shoot at the full shields guy. So if you had shot the one shot guy first, more than likely you would have killed him without him doing much or any damage to you, and then you would have been able to challenge the full shields guy because I think both of them had their backs to you. So it was bad target selection because if you had shot the one-shot guy first, you wouldn't have taken any damage, and it would have been a much easier challenge, and you would have only had one guy shooting at you, and you probably would have shot in first, or shot first, not shot in. Shot-in's not a word. Now you're down 49 to 45. You basically need to live. There's another guy bottom left. Good job helping your teammate out there, and then good play to get away there. I think you're playing this correctly. You need to play this really carefully, though. There's a guy behind you. Clunky HCS radar play. You're playing this all right. It's just a guy got behind you and then ended up getting a kill on your teammate. So overall, not bad gameplay right there. But I guess the moral of the story for this game would be cut out the bad and unnecessary deaths. Yeah, like I said, I can definitely tell you're a good player. Obviously, you're hitting some really nice shots with the sniper that game. So if you cut out the unnecessary deaths and the unnecessary pushes, try to play a little bit smarter, I think it'll really improve your game, and you'll be able to come down with the win in game types like this a little bit more often. And those tips don't just apply to Plaza Slayer. That applies to really any game type in any map. Giving up a death in a bad situation almost always hurts your team. For instance, if you are double capping in strongholds and you are the first to die in a 4-on-4 situation because you just flew at the other team, that puts your teammates in a 3-on-4 situation and makes it much harder for your teammates to win gunfights because they're going up against a large amount of people and you're out of the action, and makes it much easier for them to cap in capture the flag. In most maps, it really only takes like a 4-down once and maybe twice to get a flag capture. So if you're the first to die on a 4-on-4, it makes it much easier for the other team to push up and get kills on your team and pull the flag. So I'd say, like I said before, ease up on the over-aggressive pushes, play a little bit smarter, and try to cut out those dumb or unnecessary deaths, and it'll improve your game a lot because you're definitely, like I said, a very talented player. And I've said this for the past 2 episodes, but just work on those two things really, and you should improve a lot. So yeah, thank you for the submission. I appreciate it. Guys, definitely keep the submissions coming. I know I sort of slowed down for the past week or so on viewer submission games, but I'm definitely going to be picking it up and posting these a lot more frequently. So keep up the submissions, and hopefully I will review your gameplay in time. Thank you to all of those who did submit. I do have them, and I'm going through them. I promise I will get to your gameplay eventually. But yeah, if you want to submit your own gameplay, there's a link in the description of the Discord where there is a channel dedicated to gameplay submissions. Go down there, check it out. Obviously, all of my normal stuff, I will be streaming live a ton more in the coming weeks with the new update, and also Call of Duty World War II. So twitch.tv/RealClicksmer, that link's in the description. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Go check out my Patreon for some exclusive rewards and stuff. My t-shirt shop is also in the description, shop.spreadshirt.com/reclaimer if you want to pick yourself up some really cool Reclaimer/Chaotix merchandise. We got hoodies, t-shirts, coffee mugs, mouse pads, phone cases, all kinds of stuff. Go check it out if you want to rep the brand and the CX gang. But yeah, go check all that stuff out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope Pandas, I hope you learned a little bit from this review, and then anybody else watching, I hope you also appreciated those tips. But yeah, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, appreciate, subscribe if you're new. Much respect as always, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.